The past week or two really has been a very interesting period for AMC, both on a fundamental level but also on a technical level. And if you guys have been viewing the channel for a while, you will know sometimes on Friday, on a very interesting Friday when we have a lot to cover, we do make these specialist episodes where we look at what has gone down in the past week, and this week we do have quite a bit to report on. Now, of course, this is going to be a bit of a combination, and we are going to have a look at the backstory for this. And really, as far as I'm concerned, we need to go back as far as March the 25th for this one. Not too long ago, of course, but still, we will get the context. Now, of course, the first thing that we're looking at here is regarding HYMC. You will remember this, and it's how, of course, AMC took their stake in this. Now, at the time, and I think even still to this day, a lot of people think it's a very controversial move, in the sense that AMC, it's not a bad company, but a lot of people see that the fundamentals for AMC at home, so to speak, within the company, could be improved rather than taking on other operations. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I think Adam Aron's move here was to try and help AMC in a way that gives them multiple streams of income. And of course, HYMC, a lot of people are saying it's one of the worst companies in their industry, in their set market sector, that Adam Aron could have bought. And I also understand that, but I think what Adam Aron is going for is the method of kind of buying a company which is perhaps not in the best footing, but has more room for improvement. And he believes that him and AMC can help make those improvements. Now, in the past week, we are seeing HYMC's stock increase significantly, and a lot of people think that is based on retail now being a lot more interested because of AMC's commitment. A lot of apes also being interested in there now as well. Now, of course, as we have learnt, HYMC is also very heavily short of stock. A lot of people think Adam is getting in to say, kind of F you to the shorts. Definitely possible, but I think either way it could be a smart move. Is it high risk? I do believe it is, but is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. So that is one of the big things that has kind of gone down in the last week. Now, of course, on top of HYMC's share price turnaround, so to speak, we're looking at AMC doing the same thing. For this, we'll really need to go out to the past year chart, as you will know, and we had that massive rip up, and we've been dipping ever since, really. Now, that's fine. Most people are comfortable with that, and so am I, but I do believe, obviously, now that turnaround that we're seeing has a lot of people very excited. Now, for me, I know a lot of people are going to see this as controversial, but what has me very excited is this period around here. Now, we're going to have to kind of zoom back to it, but we're looking at this specific period. You will see it, and we're talking about this big green candlestick or two that we had, especially on the 5-minute chart. We see a massive rip up. Now, it took us as high as around 34, so really it was quite decent. It was really quite a big rip. A lot of people think this could have been the MOAS, potentially, and of course they did whatever they could to stop it. Definitely could be true, and of course, just looking at this rip alone, I think it does show us how quickly AMC can move when it starts moving. And that's what gets me really excited. I think the past week alone, with that day where we had 40+% growth, obviously the day before, I think it has a lot of people very excited, because now we see the power that AMC can have once it starts moving. And this downtrend that we're seeing for a very long time, it has a lot of people, kind of pessimistic, but this really has brought back in the spirits that a lot of people have wanted to see for a very long time. A lot of apes who bought in at the lower period around here, or even back here, this will have been their first proper rip up. I do believe it will have kind of triggered that excitement in a lot of apes' hearts and minds. So whilst obviously relative to the downtrend that we are seeing long term, it doesn't mean too much, I do believe it is quite significant overall. And of course, these rips with AMC are very exciting, because whilst the price again is moving down on the long term, we know what we're looking at potentially behind the scenes. I think Adam Aron improving the company fundamentally over time, it does just show us that there is not really any reason to really short AMC stock anymore. Now, another interesting catalyst that we are waiting yet to see the full extent of play out is regarding not AMC this time, but GME. So GME had obviously some news overnight, And of course, into the later part of the post-market session yesterday, GME shares were up really big, and so was AMC. Now, GME, of course, with the news being local to them, they saw their stock up by over 10%, maybe even around 15 or 16%. AMC only went up by 5% at the highs of the post/pre-market from yesterday into today. But that's not really a bad thing at all, especially when the news wasn't necessarily important to AMC at all. But I think what we're looking at here now, we really are in a great place because the past week has shown us both fundamentally and technically what AMC can do. Again, it has kind of reinvigorated that spirit in a lot of apes' minds and hearts, I do believe. I think it has a lot of people very, very excited. And it's things like this that we need to see, that we want to see, to keep the morale of apes up, and it definitely is very good. Now, of course, on top of that, what we need to mention, both for AMC and GME, this rip in the past week or two, it hasn't been cheap, and I'm not talking about for us. Now, of course, what we need to remember is the effect that this has on the short sellers, because as apes, of course, that is who we are against, and of course, when we make money, somebody loses it. That is the simple effect of how it works, and of course, in this instance, it is the shorts of AMC and GME. Now, over time, this is going to be costly, as we do know, and the question is, how long can they hold this up for? But I do think now things are getting very interesting. Where we go from here is unclear at the moment, but I think we're in one of the most exciting times that we've been in for a very, very long while. Because we've not really seen something like this for some good time, and it's very interesting to see where this actually does take us. So I'm going to be watching very closely, obviously, into the rest of today and into the rest of the week. I want to hear what you're looking for both today and of course next week, so do drop me a comment down below, but for now, goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here, and again if you do join us it is completely free, link is down below, but if you do want to become a Patreon you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name, so your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.